How's it going, guys? We are at GasPedalGarage, and we're going to show you how to change your water pump in a 1992 Miata.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to do, we already drained all the coolant in there. So I have the Mishimoto, as you guys know, and all you have to do literally is there's a little bottom or a cap at the bottom. You unscrew that, the coolant's out now. So now what we have to do is take the radiator out, and we showed you guys a video before that, so it's pretty easy. We're going to take that out. We have to take the air box out. We took that out. Gotta take that bad boy out, and then we'll get back to you once we have that out, and just keep watching.
Alright guys, this is a pro tip from the professionals of GasPedalGarage. So when you're taking bolts off of your car, you want to make sure you have a place to keep them. So you can get a big piece of cardboard, right, like whatever, radiator, water pump, this is where water pump bolts go, or you can just get a plastic bag. So we decided to do cardboard, so we're just going to write radiator on here. That doesn't really work.
There you go.
Boom.
Dope.
That's it.
So there's 2 screws for the radiator, and basically we're just gonna go down, and all the bolts for everything that we take off for the water pump, just so it's so much so we don't like lose anything. That's what's gonna happen, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Hey buddy. Hey.
Alright guys, so we now took out the radiator and we took out the intake. So now the next thing is we're gonna take off the thermostat. We're gonna start unbolting that. Actually, first we're gonna start unbolting the head cover, the cover. Sorry, the intake cover, the header cover, whatever you want to call it. Valve cover. That's what it is. My bad. Lost for words today. Anyway, there's also a pattern that you want to do. There's online. As long as you're gonna go on each other side and do it opposite, you don't want to go on that because you can crack the valve cover. Anyway, we're gonna take that off. We'll get right back to you guys. What's up, guys? All right, so we've taken everything off so far. We took the valve cover off like we're in the last stage, and now you want to take your thermal switch. It's just on top of the thermostat, and literally it's just it'd be easier if you take a flathead screwdriver.
There's a little
clip right here. Just pop it in like that. Mine's a little older, so I just use a flathead screwdriver. It'll pop right off, and then you'll want to do these 2 little bolts. They're 12mm. You need a bigger one.
Yeah, you probably do.
You do it? Oh, you're strong. He is strong.
No. Yeah.
He goes to the gym, I don't.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
So after you take these 2 bolts off, I'll just pop these bad boys off.
Yep.
There you go.
Take those bolts off?
Yeah, you can take it off. You get it.
Cool. Take that bad boy off. It'll slide out right there. That is so dirty. Look
great.
at that. We're going to have to clean that.
Very clean.
Yeah, it's really clean. I just got that from Walmart. Alright, so we're going to go put that on our little cardboard thing we made over there. And so now what you want to do is take the upper valve cover off. It's just a little like flimsy little guy right here. 4 10mm bolts, and that's all you got to do right there. And we'll get right back to you. These bolts are nice and corroded. These bolts have never. Oh, that's really long.
That was really clean.
This one's really greasy. Alright, well, this belt was actually pretty. It was changed.
You might even need to change it. I mean,
no, I'll probably just change it just cause.
Yeah, just save that one.
Just so I don't have to take this all apart again. But
four bolts. Right.
Yeah, they're 4 10mm bolts. Ian's getting that last one out there. We'll definitely link the car passion channel down in the below because he explains everything of how to do the water pump, but we're just gonna basically do the basic stuff real quick. So this is your alternator, and this is a 1.6 motor, so I don't have air conditioning or anything like that. So anyway, this is your alternator, and there's a bolt. So I'm taking my middle finger, and there's a bolt all the way behind here.
Right there.
Just literally right above this right here, there's a bolt, and this allows it to slide on this little slidey thing right here, I guess you could say. My terms, my grammar, that's amazing. Anyway, and then this is the tensioner bolt right here that I'm tapping, and that allows you to move it back and forth. See, mine's pretty loose right now, which then allows you to take the belt off. So we'll probably have to loosen that tension bolt just a tad more to get the belt off. Before we do that, yeah. So it's pretty tight on there. We'll loosen that a little bit more, and it should come right off. Loosen that bad boy a tad more. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So now we got the belt off. And then we'll get right back to you. Alright guys, so I was looking on YouTube and all that and online, and I don't have power steering personally, so it's a 1.6 but this doesn't have power steering. So I don't have the power steering unit and belt that would be right here. So it's a little bit different than like the car fashion channel or anything like that, what he's doing. So basically what you do is we use this little tool. I got this at Advanced Auto Parts. It's a 22 millimeter bolt right here that you want to unloosen, and then you got the tensioner bolt that goes, it's right here, and that's a 10 millimeter bolt right there that you want to take out as well. And it will let you freely slide this up and down, which then you can take this belt off. On a different car that does have power steering, obviously it'd be right here, and you'd have two 10 millimeter or 12 millimeter bolts that you would unloosen. 14 millimeter bolts that you would unloosen, which would be the same thing, and you'd be able to like move it up and down to take the belt off. But since I don't have power steering, this is what you have to do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we are just taking the 4 10 millimeter bolts off the crankshaft down there. We took the covering off on the top one, and after that we will be able to get to the cover that is covering the water pump. And after that, we're going to have to take off these bad boys right here. And once we have those off, we can take the big belt off. And we will be good. Awesome. Alright, y'all. So what you want to do is, in order to lock your engine, you want to put it in 5th gear. Make sure it's in 5th gear, so then you can take this bolt out on the crankshaft. Oh, shoot. It'd be good to have a torque wrench. Dude, that's like, I hate my hand on this right now.
Nah, you're good, dude.
That's why, dude.
That could have gone through, but you're fine.
Oh,
You're fine. It's the water pump cover. Oh yeah, nice.
Alright guys, so as we showed you, we took the crankshaft off, and then now we took the 2 covers off. We have them over there. Literally, there's a small one that goes right here, and it is only held on by 1 bolt right here, as you guys can see. I took it out already. And then there's a big cover that like wraps back around here, and it comes back all the way down here, and there's 2 bolts that hold in right here, and that's all. You take those off, and then you are right there. Alright, y'all, so Ian's gonna put the big screwdriver in there, and why we're doing this is because we gotta get the car at top dead center. So what you want to do is you want to get a clean big screwdriver. This is a pro tip, obviously from Greg Peters, the Car Passion channel. If we don't explain it good enough, just go on his channel and he explains it fully. So once you have the big screwdriver in there, you make sure it's clean. Alright, so the screwdriver is gonna move up and down, basically. So you just want to make sure it's we already have it top dead center, so you just want to crank it up and down. It'll go down and it'll go back up, and then once it's at its highest point, that's at top dead center. So we have it at
so it'll like if it's here, just pretend it's going back down, you want to crank it back up, and it'll start going like that, and right there is where you want to just leave it.
Alright, so once you do that, and then now Flying Miata makes, because you want to lock your camshafts, so if you're going to if you want to replace your cam seals, you have to, Flying Miata makes like a special little thing that you put in here, and it's like a special locker. But if you don't have that, and you don't want to spend like, I think it's like $100 to get that thing, it's another little pro tip from Greg Peters again. You put this right here on the camshafts, because there's little bolts on here, and then you want to tighten these down, these little wrenches.
Put your vice grips in. You got the vice grips right here.
So you tighten these bad boys down, and once they're tightened,
you just loosen that.
I'm loosening it. Alright. So Ian will put the vice grips on there. Dope. So now the camshafts are locked, and now we can take the pulleys off. Awesome. Alright, y'all, so what we're doing now is we took, I can't remember what these things are called, and that's my bad. We took this one off, and then we're trying to get the belt off right now. And we took the spring off, so basically I'm replacing these bad boys, I forget what these are called, I'm sorry, but and this is the old spring that was on there. So basically this was in the middle, in between here and between the water pump, and you take that off, and I'm replacing those. So here's the new spring that came with this kit.
Yeah, it says 10 of it.
So we took the pulleys off, guys, and then now we have to take the seals off. So what you want to do to make it easier on yourselves, loosen these bolts, and then these seals will come right out. So we'll replace those, and then we're gonna come down here and replace the camshaft seal. And this one, bad boy, should just come out easily. It's just you want to get one of these from Advanced Auto Parts, or like something.
Like
it's
a
like
dentist
yeah, exactly, like a dentist tool, and it'll just help you easily get it out, get the seals out.
So we just took the water pump off, and we're about to pop that new one on there. Let me see the new one, Calvin.
Literally the new one compared to the old one.
Look at this. I'll hold it that way.
Black versus silver. That's dirt. This is.
Look at the other side.
Yeah. So what happened was my seal it's like brittle. It's
right
breaking
there.
off. So
yeah,
gonna pop this new bad boy on and just put it all back together.
Yep. There it is.
All right, y'all. So we got the new water pump on there. It was it took us a little bit, but now we have to replace all the seals, and then basically we just put everything back apart, or put everything back together, and we should be good.
It's like coffee, bro.
Freshly brewed from Mexico.
Like that. Really, from Mexico? I thought it was from Peru. Peruvian coffee.
It's delicious.
You like you enjoy exploring science, right? Too. Look at that right there.
Exploring
science.
I was a nerd back in middle school. That's how I am. You can tell by the glasses, 4 eyes. So I got a new belt with the kit, but my belts were recently just replaced, so I'm just gonna use the belt that I got, or that was on the car already, just because it's still new, and I'm just gonna keep the other one just for if anything ever happens. So basically, you want to put it on the crankshaft down here first. Pop it on there. It's on there. Put it between here, and then
between
around the
timing
wheels.
What is it called? Timing? Or idling? The idling?
Alright,
so we just got the belt back on there.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't want it too tight, so it's like a little bit bendy in there, and it just takes some finessing in there. But it's good now. So, what's next is I don't know.
All right. So what we just did is we had to line up this notch with this little groove to make it top dead center. So this E, there's an E right here, there's another notch right here. You have to line it up with the backing plate, make kind of like a V, so the notch is lined up right there. And the I, that notch right there has to line up with this part of the backing plate. So now it's top down center. Here's our stash over here.
Oh yeah. All of our parts are written down.
Water pump nuts. Valve cover. Radiator.
Water pump cover.
Oh yeah, you gotta say this in the Arnold voice. Alright, so we're putting this belt back on there. This is for the water pump. It spins the water pump. Oh yeah. It's a belt-driven water pump, not electric like mine. It's pretty nice.
Very
right?
nice.
It's pretty nice.
I got it from Australia.
Australia. Australia. Dude, make this out of plastic and then it'll be weight reduction, man.
Dude, yeah. Ceramic.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh yeah. That's a good 5 pounds right there.
You don't need that.
Nah, I don't even think you need that. The crankshaft, you don't.
Dude,
nah, you don't need
that's
that.
literally gotta be like 40 pounds.
Yeah. Probably.
I'm sure that's gay to get out.
So after you've installed your Raceland coilovers, you're ready to track. The car's ready to be tracked. You know,
exactly.
You're just ready to do anything.
It's the best coilovers possible for a Miata. The best suspension ever for any car that you want to is Raceland suspension. And
so this is just the right amount of play in your belt. You don't want to have too much. You don't want to have too little. So there you guys go. Well, after 3 cups of coffee in 6 hours of work, the turbo build is not finished yet, but the water pump is finally installed.
we finally finished it, guys. After like 6
Only
hours.
a spot of tea, old chap.
with the help of my wonderful dad and Ian for coming up from Peachtree City, we got the water. Yeah, Halen. Shout out for Halen for staying out in the hot sun all day. But I'm really thankful for my dad and Ian and just everyone who's going to help me with this build, just because like, and the Car Passion channel and everyone, just all the research I've done. It's awesome. We did the water pump. We learned a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy this little water pump video and just follow along with our build. We really appreciate everyone who's subscribing and liking our videos. It's awesome, dude. You guys is just watching our videos and subscribing. Really, that's what drives us to do this. And like, we love it. So awesome, guys. We
really do love it though. Seriously, guys. Thank you for subscribing and liking our videos and everything.
Yep. So as always, GPG, have a wonderful day and always like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys.